Okay, here's the homework from Thursday. So this was Thursday, 9/13's homework. It was page 129, 1 through 7. Okay, so 9.1. Examine the data in the table. What type of function could be used to model the data? Explain your reasoning. Let's just look at the y's first. It starts at -5. So it got higher or greater, right? Greater, 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 greater. Okay, and then right here, okay, so right now it's all going up. And then it changed. It started going down. Lower, 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 lower. So I really only saw one change. These went up and these went down. So to me, before I even graph these, it's probably quadratic. Okay. So it says use the regression. So I would just say quadratic just by looking at the table. Use the regression capabilities on your graphing calculator to find a model that represents the data in item 1. Then we're going to graph this, you found in item 2. List the important features of the graph. Approximate any values to 3 decimal places. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Let's look at this. So I want everyone to go to your calculator. Press stat right here. Stat. Enter. Bring up your list. Go up to list 2. If you want to clear your list, go up and press clear. Enter. Go over to list 1. Clear. Enter. Now I'm ready to enter some numbers. So our numbers are -6, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. And then the y's are -5. Sorry, I'm talking through all this. I think you guys could read 5, 9, 10, 6, 5, -1, -7, and -13. Here's what I would suggest when you're doing a problem like this, just to double check that you didn't put any weird numbers in here. That looks right. Everything looks kind of good, right? -1, 5, 6, 10. Make sure that these are the same length. Make sure they don't have an extra number, one column or the other. Make sure they're even. All right, so we're going to press, I want to look at it, right? I want to look at the scatter plot. So we're going to press second, y equals, and we're going to turn it on. Make sure this is on. This is list 1 and list 2. That's where I just put them. And then I'm going to press zoom 9. So that's what it looks like. Remember how I said the numbers were going up, 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 down, 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 down? That's what I kind of noticed. They were going up and then down, the y's. So as x was moving along, as x was moving left to right, the y's went up and then down. So this looks quadratic, and that's why I said quadratic in number 1. And it says right here, to find a model that best represents this, so we're going to press stat, calculate, and it looks like a quadratic, so we're going to go down to number 5, quad regression, and press 5. And then I'm going to go ahead and store this. It doesn't ask me to, but I just get used to it. I like you guys get ready for this. Go to store and press vars right here. Then go over to yvars. And then function is what we want, so you press enter, and we want y1, enter. So now I have it stored in y1, but I want to calculate it so I can write it on my paper. So go to calculate and press enter. So you're going to see an A, B, and a C. Now we don't see an R, but we can figure out the R in a second. So we're going to write a quadratic. So it says -0.886. I'm going to go -0.9. So for number, which number is it? 2. So y equals -0.9 x squared. That looks like -3.6 for B. So we'll go -3.6x. And then C is about 4.7 plus 4.7. And that is your model. Okay. Graph the equation you found in item 2. List the important features of the graph. Approximate any values to 3 decimal places. I would like you to tell me if it opens up or down. Is it symmetric? Does it have let's figure out its max value, max or min. Okay. So what we're going to do is I already got it in y equals, remember? So it should graph. If you haven't got this in, then just type this right here in. So if we graph, it looks like this. Do you see that? And now if I go up to y equals and I can turn off my plot, go up to plot 1 right here and turn it off by pressing enter. Now when I graph, the scatter plot's gone. Once the scatter plot's gone, then you can use your trace features to figure out your maximum. So press second trace and go to maximum. This is a definite maximum. Move your spider so it's a little to the left of this, because if you notice down here it says left bound guess right here. So you want to go a little to the left of that, press enter. And now it says right bound guess, so you're going to go to the right of the vertex, like right there, press enter. And then it says guess. You see where the lines are, your vertex should be between those two lines. And then press enter. And your maximum is negative 2.047, so we'll go negative 2.05. So my maximum is negative 2.05 and 8.4. So that's that. It opens down, and it's symmetric to this line. It's symmetric to the line x equals negative 2.04. So that's just a couple things you can do. So 4, use the regression capabilities of your calculator to create a model to represent the data in the table. So here's another one. So we're going to go back to stat, calculate, go up, clear, go over here, clear, and we're going to type in negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, and the y's are negative 3, 3, 3.5, 1, negative 1.5, and 5. Okay, so it looks like the y's started here. They went up, up, down, down, back up. So it looks like it's 3. This might be cubic. So we're going to go to stat y equals. I want to see what these look like. So we're going to turn it on again. This one was 2, presume 9. And now see this? Oops, I'm going to press on. Go to y equals and clear out what's in there. Go to y equals. Now press graph. So if you look at your scatter plot, it's kind of looking cubic to me. Okay, so this looks cubic. All right, important features of the graph. Well, first let's go ahead and find it. Let's go stat, calculate. Let's go cubic 6. I want to store it. I want to store this. So we're going to press vars, y vars, enter, enter, calculate. Okay, so we're going to, does it say to write it? It doesn't say to write it anywhere, so I'm not going to write it, but I am going to go to the graph. So it's already graphed right here. So if I press graph, that should be drawn in there.
Yeah, when that Alex do 3 o'clock? Need a bigger headband, bro. Did it?
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my plot off. So go to y equals. I'm going to go up and turn my plot off. And that way, when I press graph, I can find my mins and my maxes. So 5 says graph the function you found in the item 4 and list the important features. I just really need you to say that it's cubic and that I want to know what the max and mins are. Max and min. So this is right here is a max. Right here. See, that's a max. So if you press second trace, max, go a little to the left of this. You're taking the calculator portion?
Yeah. Can you check my Alex?
You guys bring your Alex up here and I'll show you how you can check your own Alex. Okay, where's the clip? Turn your music off, please, Michael.
You don't like this one?
It's not even that. It's just annoying to hear someone else's music on their headphones. All right, where's the Tesco? Help me. There should be a pile of tests. They were sitting, I moved everything because it was in my way. So they were here. Do you bring up your Alex so I can show you? Here, pass these out for me, Javon. Rice.
Who?
Someone got all this stuff out of my. I don't know why all this stuff's out. Someone must have got their stuff out and left all their stuff on my desk.
No, their defense is actually nice though. We got a class week.
Someone looked for their stuff and just left everything sitting. Now I can find it. Buried them. So you're taking this one? Thank you. Michael, did you bring it up? Hey guys, can you guys work on Alex for 10 minutes? I just got to finish this 3 problems video.
Yeah, I'm not worried about deep. We don't press, man. But think about that. We don't even press it like.
We are going to do word problems today. The word problem video is already on there. If you want to get started on them, you can actually. These notes are notes and homework. These word problems. There's already a video online if you want to watch it, but I will do them I'll do them live here in 10 minutes.
So Ms. Rose, it's not if I work on my Alex instead.
Go to reports. And right there, if you go to view full reports, it'll tell you how many you have. So right there, that's one.
Oh, word.
I can show you guys in your Alex. There's 3 little horizontal bars. When you go on there, if you go to those 3 little horizontal bars in top left, it says reports at the bottom. Press reports. Go to the pie. Say view full reports, and it'll tell you at all times how many learned topics you have.
Sorry. Well, I'm gonna go to Mr. Mochi's costume to get my camera real quick. Bring it back.
So this is the one. The work on. So
Yeah.
Can I work on Alex instead? I'm not gonna have that time.
Yeah.
Right.
If you have not completed your Alex, work on that for right now, please. I'll be with you in 9 minutes. I'm just going to finish this quick little video real quick. Okay. I'm down to 9 now. All right, so sorry, guys. All right, so we're going to the left, because it says left bound guess. So press enter, and then go to the right, and press enter, and press enter.
Thank you.
This is your max. See where it says maximum? It's 0.56. So we'll go 0.56 and negative 3.7. Oh, we got 3.8.
Yes.
How about we just go 0.6 and 3.8? So that's your max. 0.6, 3.8. We'll go to tenths. That is your maximum. Okay? You guys see that? Maximum 0.6, 3.8. I'm going to move this down so you can see. Okay, so this is 0.6 and 3.8. That's your max. Now we're going to find the min. So now we're going to press second trace min. Right here, 3. So we're going to move the spider all the way down till it's right before the vertex. Okay? You guys see that? This is the minimum point. So you want to keep the spider right to the left of that because it says left bound guess. Press enter. Now it says right bound guess. So you want to go to the right of that minimum point. Press enter, and then it says guess, and you press enter, and this will be your min points. It says minimum 3.4 and negative 1.8. And that is number 5. I want you to say cubic, min, and max. Yeah, she's back. Make sure you go straight to the restroom. 6. The graph of the data in the table falls along a curve. Which type of function is not an appropriate model for the data in this table? It's definitely not linear. I guess it could be exponential. Like if you would have turned the scatter plot back on. Turn it on. Your original scatter plot, that could be exponential. Maybe. I don't doubt it. Quadratic, cubic, it could be any of these, but it's definitely not straight. These are definitely not straight. And then 7. Last problem. A small community theater makes slight changes to Saturday night prices each week for 6 weeks. They record the data each week. The table below shows the total ticket revenue in dollars as a function of prices. So ticket prices, they kept going up. And then this is how much money they made each week. Okay, so it looks like as they raised the prices, they made more money. Okay, so that to me, that's a good, that means that you should probably keep doing that. So use the regression capabilities of your calculator to find a model that best represents the situation. Okay, let's punch it in. So if you don't want to erase something, so you want to go over it, you can always put things in list 3 and 4 if you wanted, but I don't need the stuff, so I'm erasing it. You have 10 lists, so you can use them all. We're going to go 10 to 35 by 5s.
I'm not gonna allow that. Leg grab and hold it, nothing else.
And then we have 450. Oops. 450. 645. 800. 925. 780. And 700. Okay, so there's those. And we got this is number 7. Then we got them entered. All right, use it. We want to find the model. Okay, let's look at the Y's. The Y's look like they just kept going up. Oh, no. They went up here, then they went down. Looks like it's going to be quadratic, but let's see what it looks like. Second Y equals, enter, turn it on. It's on list 1 and list 2, and press zoom, 9. So, oops, I still have the one from last time, so let's go to Y equals and erase this. So this is what you've got. So it's kind of quadratic looking. It could maybe go cubic. Could it ever go start coming back up again? It could. So there's a couple things, but I would say by looking at this, that this looks kind of quadratic. Okay. So I'm going to think this is quadratic. So I'm going to go to Stat, Calculate Quadratic number 5. I am going to. Do they want just ever to graph this? Oh, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and store this now. So go vars. What is that noise?
My phone's messing up.
So let's see. The model for this is y equals negative 1.8 x squared plus 92.9 x minus 309.2. Now, if you really wanted to find the r, you just take the square root of 0.9489. So you can do the square root of 0.9489, and r is 0.97. So if they ask for that, ever, that's what the r is. All right, use your calculator to graph the equation you found in part A. So we're going to graph it. So see how I put it in already? Now if I graph, it should be in there with the quadratic. So this is what a 0.97 r looks like. It's pretty close, but notice it misses a few dots. All right, and then the theater wants to set ticket prices at the place maximize revenue. What is the optimal ticket price? The optimal one is the maximum. So in order to see what the maximum is, you're going to turn your plot off. Again, turning your plot off enables you to just see the quadratic function that you're doing at the time. So the maximum prices would be whatever the x is for this maximum point. So we're going to find the max. So we're going to press second trace, max. Left bound is already there. Right bound is probably about right there. Press enter again. So 25.26. So it's 25.26 and 864.8. So basically, your maximum price, money you're going to take in is about $864 if you do this 25 points. So the optimal is $25 before the money starts going back down again. So if you charge $25.26, so we'll just say, I would say you're going to charge $25. So it looks like this is the key one right here, $25. $25.26 is the optimal price to charge to get to this. So it's your maximum key. Okay, and that's your homework.